Hey guys, welcome back. So far, we've covered some essential SQL statements that help us work with databases. We've seen the create database statement, the create table statement, insert into, update, and alter. Okay, so these commands form the foundation of managing and manipulating data in SQL. But we're just getting started, so sit tight. And in this video, we'll be seeing some new commands, okay, and statements also. So strap in. So first, we'll be seeing the delete statement, and we've learned to add and to update data in a table. But what if we need to remove a specific record from our table? So this is where our delete statement comes in. Okay, it is used to remove data from a table or to delete the entire table. So let's take a quick look at its syntax. So it says delete from table name. Okay, so delete from table name specifies which table we want to delete data from. Then the where condition defines which row should be deleted. Again, if we do not specify which row should be deleted using the where condition, it is going to delete the entire table, because all you would have said was, delete from table name, and it's going to delete your entire table. So you want to exercise caution when using this statement. So let's jump into SQL and try it out. Okay, so this is a fresh query. Okay, so we want to use our delete statement, and for that, before we do anything, in fact, we need to tell SQL which database we'll be using for this next query that will be coming. Okay, so to do that, you already know, use then the name of our database, which is practice db. So you want to double click and enter, then you're good to go, right? So like I said, we want to try out the delete statement, so it will be delete okay, so specify where from table name, that's employees. Double click where, because we don't want to delete our entire table, not yet at least. So where employee ID, right? So let's say we want to delete David Lakule now. So where employee ID equal, what's the employee ID for David Lakule? Let's quickly check that out. So say okay, so that'll be select all from. Let's quickly see what we have. Execute. Okay, so David Lakule's employee ID is 3. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So where employee ID equals 3, we want to delete David Lakule totally from our table. Let's try it. Okay, so select it, then execute. So it says one row affected. Let's quickly take a look at our table. Aha! As we can see, we no longer have David Lakule because we just deleted his record from our table. Great. So this is very important. Always make sure you specify where. And let's quickly take a look at the next statement we'll be learning how to use. So far we've learned how to delete specific record from the table. But what if we need to remove all the records from the table, while keeping our table structure intact? So this is where we use the truncate statement. Okay, so with the truncate statement, we can delete all the records in our table at a go without deleting the structure of the table itself. So the table is still there, but it's empty now. Okay, so let's take a look at its syntax. So the syntax for the truncate statement is truncate table name. It's as simple as that. So this removes all the rows from the table but still keep its structures, the column definition and the indexes intact. So let's see how this works. So bear in mind that this is how our table currently looks. Okay, let's quickly see the truncate statement. So we know that the syntax is truncate table name. It's as simple as that. Okay, so truncate table, and our table name here is employees. Okay, let's execute this. To execute, commands completed successfully. So let's see. So we highlight this and execute. There goes. We no longer have any records in our table, but we still have our columns. That's the structure of our table. We have our column titles, the indexes, and the structure for the rows are still there, but we don't just have any data in our table now. Great. So we've seen how to delete specific rows as well as to remove all the records from a table. But what if we want to delete the entire table? We use the drop statement to delete entire tables, okay? Permanently, by the way, permanently. So you want to exercise caution. Be very careful when using this statement. So let's take a look at its syntax. So its syntax is drop table name. So it's very similar to the truncate statement, and honestly, it's interesting, very simple, straight to the point. But those simple queries are the ones that if you don't take time, they will do damage to your database. But anyways, let's quickly see how this look. Okay, so let's drop our entire table, the employees table. So we're saying goodbye to the employees table permanently. Okay, so the syntax again: drop table name as employees. Okay, so let's highlight this. We should do a 1 minute silence for table, because. But anyways, let's execute this. So commands completed successfully. So we no longer have a table in our database, and if we try to execute this query, it won't work because it does not exist. Employees table no longer exists, and to be sure, we want to come to the practice DB, open it, expand, and if we open tables, we'll see that there's nothing there anymore. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you had fun as much as I did, because I totally had fun, and I can't wait to bring the next topic up. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you.